Hey divas and booze, this is Shay, your Love Diva, coming to you live. And I know I'm on a few seconds early. I'm going to give some people time to get on. But today we are going to cover basically life-changing information. I'm going to give you the keys to literally crack the code of using the law of attraction to attract true love into your life. So if you are listening, get paper and a pen, because if you follow these steps, I can guarantee you that you too will attract love. So if you have any single friends or any friends who are settling for a sorry behind loser when they can have a winner and attract a winner, then go ahead and get on. Hey Raven, is it Raven? I love the way you spell your name. Thank you, Raven. I'm all natural. I just came from the gym. So, hey Pam, hey sweetie, how are you? Welcome on. I just came back from the gym, so I didn't have time to fix my face up for y'all. So I hope you guys are okay with me. All natural, okay? All natural. So make sure that you are calling your girlfriends, getting your single family members on this live, because there are information that you know that you don't want them to miss. You know your friends, they're always with some guy who doesn't know how to treat them or complaining about their jacked up relationship, asking you what they should do. But even after you tell them what they should do, they still don't listen. So call them, text them, get them on the line right now. Ryan and Pam, I'm going to call on you guys. I want you guys to throw out some questions for me. Start getting your questions together, because I'm going to take questions throughout this talk, because I really want to address your most pressing questions as I am teaching you the law of attraction and how to use it to your advantage to attract your soulmate. So I'm going to give everybody like just a couple of more minutes to get on, giving you some time to call, tweet, text, Facebook, Skype, Instagram, all of that, to get everybody on the line. So take your time, get on. Welcome, welcome. If you're joining us, make sure you give me a heart emoji, okay? Join us, give me a heart emoji. When you do a heart emoji, it literally tells the universe, I am open, I am receptive to receiving what is mine. I'm receptive to receiving all the good that is waiting for me. So do your heart emoji, because that tells me that your heart is ready. You have given your heart permission to receive what it is that I'm going to give you, okay? So as you're doing that, as you're calling your friends and letting them know to get on this live, then I want to go ahead and bring up my notes, because I don't want to miss anything. So bear with me as I give my law of attraction notes. Also, I want to show you guys something. Good evening, Rhonda. How are you? All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys? Now, listen, I want you to think about where you are right now. Think about your situation. Think about your relationship status. Think about all of that. Think about your story. Think about if you're single, or if you're in a relationship you might not be too happy with. Think about if you have the job of your dreams, if you're making the money that you want. Think of everything about your life right now, okay? I just want you to sit, breathe it in, and think about it. Now, take a deep breath. Wherever you are, it's because law of attraction, based on your thoughts, based on your emotion, based on your expectations, has brought you to where you are today. Even things that you don't want, law of attraction works for you, and in both ways, the good and the bad. When it says in the Bible, God reigns on the just and the unjust, that's exactly what it means. The law of attraction does not care if you're good or bad. It does not care if you're wishing for $1 million, or if you're just okay with being poor. It does not care. All it does is it responds to a law. It responds to the law of whatever you are asking for, whatever you are expecting for, whatever you are unwaveringly believing for, it will bring into your life. That's what it means. So when it says God will reign on the just and unjust, how many of us have seen people who are wealthy, but who are jerks? and who are mean to people and who actually advocate for kids to get killed when they didn't commit rape in the Central Park, right? How many of us know those kind of people and they're still wealthy? And it seems like things just keep working out for them. Well, it is not like money is the answer to everything, but the difference between those of us who have it or who don't is all based on what are your expectations, what do you believe you should have, and what can you subconsciously handle. That's all it means. And what brings all of that together is based on your story, your state, and your strategy. So if your story is, I am broke or poor, or I don't have any money because my parents didn't have any money, or because I didn't go to college, or because I'm not attractive, or I am attractive, or whatever your answer is. If you're single because your ex-husband cheated on you with your best friend and you have a story about that, if you have whatever your story is, that's what's keeping you stuck at where you are at. So right now, whatever your story is, whether if you were molested or sexually violated at some point in your life, or if you've been betrayed because your father wasn't there, or you was betrayed by an ex, or your fiance left you at the altar, or whatever your stories are, right now, I am giving you permission to bury your stories. Bury your stories. Your stories keep you shackled to your experience. It keeps you in the ever loop of reliving the same thing over and over and over again. And you guys bear with me. I'm going to turn the lights on so you can see me in all my splendor. Okay, never mind. My team said they were going to turn the lights on so you guys can see all of this here, because it's getting a little bit dark. All right. So if you keep repeating the same story, and you guys have to get this, okay? Before we go on, you have to get it. Your stories are keeping you stuck. So you got to let go of your story. You have to stop telling the same story. If you tend to be a complainer, then from this day forward, you have to commit to yourself that you're not going to complain. You're going to look for the good. So if you had a father who you watch beat your mother almost every day, or abuse your mother, or abuse you, then instead of focusing on that situation, focus on what was the good. And it's kind of hard to look for the good, right? But I can honestly say, as somebody who experienced that myself, living in an abusive household, living in a household where it was kind of like emotional war all the time, that I can focus on some good. The good is that I had an amazing time with my siblings and with cousins who would come down every summer. Even though my father was the way he was, there was good. There was good times that we had. There was things that he taught me that helped me to become the person that I am today. So for anybody that you blame for the bad, you got to thank them for the good. Besides somebody who violated you. Now, if somebody who violated you, of course you would never, there's no good in that, right? There's nothing right about that. But you give them or take away from them your power. Period. As wrong as what they did, they don't deserve your power. And you can choose today to take that power. And how do you choose today to take that power? You choose by having a different story. So I have a meditation that I created for you guys so that it can help transform your subconscious mind, and so that you can literally rewrite the story. So instead of seeing the story as, and I don't ever advocate that you relive going through the trauma of being sexually violated, but I do advise that you have a vision where you see yourself as the superhero. You see yourself rescuing yourself. You see yourself beating up whoever violated you. You can play the story to the point where if they try, you have magic powers, you shoot fire through them, whatever it is. All that does is rewire your subconscious mind to now unlock the potential to move in the direction you would have moved in had that experience not happened to you. So who wants to be empowered beyond their perceived limitations today? Do you want to be empowered beyond your perceived limitations? Because that's a question you're going to have to ask yourself before I give you the keys, because I haven't even started yet on how to use the law of attraction. I'm trying to first open and unlock your mind so that you can receive what it is that I'm giving to you today. So give yourself permission to unlock what the story or the cage that your story is keeping you in. The second is your state. If you're coming and you're watching this live and you're like, or you're sad, or you're mad, or you're stressed, or you're distraught, all of that affects your mind. That affects what you're receiving within your mind. Good job, Ryan. Ryan said, I already have notes written down and you haven't even started yet. Good job, Ryan. I'm so proud of you. You definitely want to take notes, you guys. I'm telling you, especially when I get to the law of attraction part. So your state. Now, I have a program called Secure the Ring, and I'm literally coaching you guys, right? It's like I'm sitting there walking with you. It feels like I'm literally right in your living room or your bedroom or what have you, and I'm holding your hand step by step, walking you through the process of transforming your emotional limitations that are keeping you from love, all the way up to how to date online, how to go on dates, and how to receive your perfect partner. And there's no perfect person in the world, but there is somebody perfect for you. But I literally step by step walk you through that process. Now, before I start any session, I always make sure that your state is at its peak performance. Like right now, I made sure that I was at a high state. I'm energetic. I'm excited. You know, Diva stands for divine, intelligent, vivacious, and alluring. The vivacious part is having energy. Have you ever noticed that the people who have the most energy, those are the people that people gravitate to, that they want to be around? So when you raise your state as you're listening to me, then you literally set up a magnetism. You allow your subconscious mind to remember and receive what I'm saying effortlessly, so that you can attract your soulmate. You also give the universe permission to bring to you what it is that you want. So if you are in a down state, I want you to get up. I want you to move. I want you to dance. I want you to get excited, get your vibration up, because all of that is going to get you in the mode of receiving and attracting. Okay? And then now your strategy. I'm going to give you the strategy. I'm going to tell you step by step, using the law of attraction, how to attract your soulmate. So, are you ready? If you're ready, give me a heart emoji. If you're on the line, give me a heart emoji. Let me know that you're ready. Come on, you guys. I need your energy, just like you guys need my energy. So give me a heart emoji. And as you're coming on, I so appreciate you. If you haven't checked in, if you haven't given your heart emoji, I love it. The heart emojis are coming in. All right, step one of the process. Hi, Holly. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Step one of the process. Ask. Ask. You know, you heard this in the Bible. You have not because you ask not. You have to ask for what it is that you want. What do you want? If you're asking for a man, then God's going to give you a man. But what kind of man are you getting? Are you getting a good man? Are you getting a man that you're compatible with? Are you getting a man who's your best friend? Are you getting a man that you can have fun with? Are you getting a man who has character, who's responsible, who's trustworthy? What kind of man are you asking for? What kind of relationship are you asking for? Can you pray with him? Can you dance with him? Can you go out with him? Can you travel with him? Can you have fun with him? When you ask, I love you too, baby. When you ask, you have to use details. If you don't use details, then what you ask for is going to come in the form that you ask it. And you can't get mad because you weren't specific. So you have to be specific. You also have to give yourself permission to want love. I can't tell you how many people I meet and they say, well, I don't really want a relationship. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not really looking for it. So it's kind of like they fall in love, but it's always a hot mess that they're falling into. Look, I don't want to fall into anything. Now, whenever I fall, I always end up hurting myself. So I don't want to fall. And you never want to fall into anything. You want to walk with your head up high, with your eyes wide open, with your heart ready. And you want to be clear about what it is that you're attracting. And you want to give your heart permission to identify the right person. So you want to ask, and you want to ask boldly, not with fear. Because the only reason why people give themselves restrictions, the only reason why people say, oh, well, I kind of want love, or it's okay if it doesn't come, or I can do bad by myself. The only reason why they throw up those smoke screens are because they are afraid in some way. They're afraid of being abandoned. They're afraid of being hurt. They're afraid of being disappointed. They're afraid of them not working out or the guy not being the one or whatever, it always goes back to fear. Because if somebody walks away, then that reignites that instinct within humans. Our fear is not being enough. And because we're not enough, we won't be loved. It's like it's been naturally put into us for survival purposes. If we didn't want to be part of a pack, then literally you are more vulnerable. The elements would kill you, more likely kill you. Animals would kill you when you was out there in the wild. So you had to have a natural instinct or desire to be wanted and be part of a pack for survival purposes. And that's the fear underlining everything else. Our fear is not wanting to not be wanted, not wanting somebody to reject us and not love us. But you got to do away with all that, because when you're dating, you date knowing for sure that you're going to find the one. Diva, listen to me. I guarantee you, I'm making a bold promise. I don't care where you have been. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care if you're big or small, tall or short. I don't care what it is about you. I guarantee you that your soulmate is alive and well somewhere. He did not die at birth. He is there wanting you just like you want him. The problem is that you have to align on the path that he's at. That's what law of attraction is. He's here. You got to come here. You might be here. Now, if you are here and you're on this path, are you going to meet him? Are you? He's here. If you're up here, are you going to meet him? Or over here, are you going to meet him? No. You got to align so that you guys can meet. It's about attracting like magnets. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter the city you're in. Law of attraction works everywhere. So when you ask with clear instructions, you already set up the process for receiving what it is that you want. The next thing is clearing the obstacles. Okay, so you have to clear the resistance and the obstacles that are standing in your way. What are the resistance? The resistance are ideas, thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs that are keeping us from the love that we want. That is the resistance. So in our subconscious mind, based on our early experiences and early programming, what we witnessed with our parents, what we witnessed in the early part of our lives, that sets up our subconscious programming towards relationships, really towards anything. If you have a disposition to always not have money, then most likely it's because you grew up in a family that struggled financially. Somewhere in your mind, not having money is normal for you. That's why they say the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why? Because the rich have been around money so much, they expect it. It's easy for them. It's effortless for them to attract it. For people who are poor, they can't seem to understand how people who have money have money. Law of attraction, they expect it. That's it. Their subconscious mind, it's normal for them. Okay? So it's the same thing with people who are in a relationship. You've seen people who might be not a Hollywood version of attractive, always end up finding love. Always. They can always find love. Why? Because they can expect it. Because they've lowered their resistance low enough to allow love in. So what are your resistance? What do you think is keeping you from love? Is it because you hate your body? Is it because you don't think you're worthy? Is it because you don't think you have anything to offer the other person? What do you think is keeping you from true love? Write that down. What is it? Is it that you are afraid because you watch your parents fight all the time and you're afraid that you're going to attract that kind of relationship, or you're afraid of making another mistake in choosing the wrong person? What are you afraid of? That's your resistance. That's what's standing in your way. Are you afraid of a train coming through your house? No. Most likely, most of us aren't afraid of a train coming through our house. Most of us isn't even afraid of a plane coming through our house. And that's possible, right? If you think about it, a plane coming through our house is possible. But what's the likelihood of it not happening? Well, we don't really focus on that. So it's not really an option for us. So if you don't really focus on somebody coming in your life and breaking your heart or doing something horrendous, then you don't have to worry about that experience. Or if it doesn't work out, you can think of it, you can change your perception. All right, it just didn't work out. I learned something. The experience was a blessing because now I know what I do want. I know what I don't want. And now I can launch the rocket of desire stronger towards what it is that I want. Yay, me. I'm so looking forward to the next relationship. I'm so looking forward to the creation of what I'm going to attract into my life moving forward. The problem is, I can't tell you how many of you, a relationship ends and you're like, oh, there I go, mess it up again, or I'm so hurt, or I'm stuck on my ex. You can't have two things occupying the same space at the same time. You just cannot. You have to be willing to let it go. If it didn't work with your ex, you have to trust that God knows exactly what God's doing and that your soulmate is going to come to you eventually. Now, it doesn't have to take you forever. That's where you go and you find extra resources that to help fast track your ability to attract your soulmate faster. But the point is that guaranteed, on this path, you stay on this path of law of attraction, you're going to attract them. It's just a matter of when. That's it. It's just a matter of when. So those are the resistance. Those are the barriers. You got to be willing to get those out of the way. Third thing, when you're on the path of law of attraction, so you ask for it, you remove the barriers. Now you have to prepare for it. So if you know you have cousins, you have family, you have friends, you have a visitor coming to your house to visit, what do? What is it that you do? Let me know. What is it that you do when a visitor is coming to your house? Tell me. You get a phone call and your favorite aunt, she's coming into town. She wants to stay with you. What do? Prepare. Exactly. You prepare. You clean up. Yes. You clean up your stuff. Straighten up. You straighten up your way of thinking. You straighten up your issues. Yes. What else? You guys are giving some good stuff. Yes. If you're new and you're coming on, please leave a heart emoji. All that does is it says to the universe, my heart is open and receptive to receive love. I am ready to use the law of attraction to bring to me the desires of my heart. I'm open. I'm receptive. I'm receiving. So leave your heart emoji. And you guys are absolutely right. You prepare, you clean up, you straighten up. You prepare to receive your husband. You've already asked. You've removed the obstacles out the way, so your path is clear. So you prepare. You clean up. You clean up whatever residual issues, whatever belief systems, whatever thoughts, whatever behaviors that you know can sabotage you from having a good, healthy relationship. If you know you're selfish, you have to clean that up. If you know that you like to keep things secret and you can't imagine sharing your life with somebody, you have to straighten that up. To prepare, what you do is you create space in your house, okay? Because the universe does not like voids, period. It always seeks to fill a void. So you open up space within your closet, you create a section, and I'm not saying a large section, just a section. And that's the section where your husband's gonna hang his clothes. Empty out a drawer, and you have drawer space that's going to be just for your husband. You're going to prepare your table every single night and have dinner with your husband. I even have a meditation. It's called the Perfect Partner Meditation, and you envision yourself meeting your perfect partner. And I have another meditation where every night you're having a moment with your soulmate. You feel them, you touch them, you taste them, you smell them, you hear them. All of that makes it so real. He has to come. Guaranteed. Has to come. Can you feel it? I'm getting chills. The magnet will be so strong that he has to show up in your life. And then the next step is visualize. And I mentioned that a little bit with the visualization meditation that I'm talking about. So you asked, you've removed, you've started to clear the path. You've prepared for him to come into your life. And now you're visualizing your soulmate every day. You're visualizing yourself rendezvousing with your perfect partner. You're imagining yourself going out on dates. You're imagining yourself being hugged and loved and kissed and touched and made love to by your soulmate. You're seeing it even in the car. In the car, you're driving and you want to curse somebody out because they cut you off. And you imagine your soulmate saying, calm down, baby. I love you. It's okay. It's going to be okay. I want you safe. So don't worry about them. Just calm down. Imagine what you would want to hear your soulmate saying to you. You're visualizing it. Now, you don't have to see the details of their face. You don't have to see what their nose look like, what their eyes look like, what their facial expressions look like. You're basically seeing the essence of them, the kindness in them, the admiration that they have for you. You are seeing all of that in them. Every single day, you are visualizing that. The visualization is a powerful tool because if you can't see it, you can't create it. But once you can see it, now you activate the reticular activating system. That means you can now recognize and see evidence and signs of your soulmate. Now, when your soulmate shows up, you'll be able to see him. You'll be able to recognize him. You've been doing all this work. You have been asking. You have been removing resistance. You have been cleaning up, straightening up, preparing for them to show up. You've been seeing them showing up. And now you are going to do what? What's the next step? This is the second to the last step. What do you think the next step is going to be? After you've done all of this, come on, you guys. I'm going to start giving away some free books to people who are answering the questions and participating. I'm going to start picking you guys and sending you a copy. Matter of fact, the next person that gives me the answer, I'm going to send them a free copy of the ebook of The Science of Attracting Love. Who's going to be the next? What's the next step in the law of attraction for attracting your soulmate? Come on, you guys. I have faith in you. Who's going to get that free ebook? What's next? Nobody? You receive, you guys, receive. You've done all this work. You've asked. You've cleared the path. You have visualized. And now you receive them. You receive. He shows up in your life, your soulmate, whoever they are, they show up in your life. Do you know how many people that I've coached and they've done all the work? They've done everything that I've told you here, and I've walked them through my 5-step system of attracting true love. You know how many of them reject love? They show up at their door and they're like, yeah, but I'm not ready. Yeah, I don't think I'm deserving. Yeah, but his teeth are too big. Oh, but he's too short or too this. And thank God they were wise enough to hire me to be their coach, because I can say, what? Breathe. I understand it's scary. It's right here. What you've been asking for, praying for, working for, preparing for is actually here. So breathe. You deserve this. And it's at that moment that they can turn around and say, oh, he is here. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to receive. And then they receive. I have so many women that I have helped to get married by simply grabbing their hand before they ran out the door and allowing them to see what they have been doing the work to attract. When your soulmate shows up after you have worked this law of attraction process out, please receive him. Please receive whoever it is that comes into your life. Now, if it's a fool, if it's now, because sometimes your stuff comes up, right? If you don't clear, you know that part where it says clear your stuff? Sometimes your residual or subconscious stuff comes up and somebody who's not good for you will show up in your life. That's wonderful. Get excited when that happens because you're like, yep, nope, but thank you for showing me what's in my subconscious mind. That's work that I need to do so that I can clear whatever is going to block me from attracting love. Get excited. Don't get upset when a relationship doesn't work out. When you get upset, that's because you are afraid that was it. You're afraid that you won't ever find love. But if you operate and move through this process with unwavering faith that no matter what happens, if this relationship works out or not, you know God's going to bring you your soulmate and God's going to bring them to you soon, then you won't worry about when a relationship doesn't work. You're just like, okay, great. It just doesn't work out. When you go to the store and you try on some shoes and the shoe doesn't fit, do you start crying? Do you get upset? Or do you say, you know what, that's fine. I'll just go to another store. I'm going to get another pair of shoes. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask for a bigger size, for another size, for my right Size. Ha. I'm going to ask for my right size. That's the same thing in this process. If a fool shows up, or the wrong person, or somebody you're just not excited about, don't settle for just good enough. If he doesn't excite you, if he doesn't turn you on, if he's just a safe guy, then bless him and wish him the best as he goes on. That's different. Now, I wouldn't encourage you to stay with somebody like that. But if it's somebody you're compatible with, he's kind to you, he adores you, and you adore him too, but it just scares the living hell out of you to have this person show up in the flesh that you've been praying for, that's the point. You stop and breathe. Stop and breathe and turn around. And then you do the last step of the law of attraction process. All right, I'm going to give you guys another chance. What do you think is the very last step in the law of attraction process? This is the very, very last step. You have asked, you have removed the barriers, you have prepared, straightened up, cleaned up, you visualized, now you received them, and then there's one more thing you have to do to tie it all together. What do? It's okay if you're wrong. Never be afraid of being wrong. That's what this whole process is about. That's why a lot of people end up single. They're afraid of being wrong. They're afraid of making another mistake. They're afraid of choosing the wrong guy. So what? You choose the wrong guy, it doesn't work. So what? You won't die. It just doesn't work. You learn something else about yourself. You put out another desire out into the universe so the quality of the person coming into your life gets better. Who said it first? Ryan. Ryan, I want you to email me at shaybetterllc@gmail.com. I'm going to send you a free copy of the ebook, The Science of Attracting Love. You are absolutely right. You give thanks. Pam, you are right. Thankfulness. Holly, blogger, allow being gratitude. That's absolutely right. But Ryan, congratulations. You said it first. You give thanks. You got to be thankful. Be thankful when they show up. Matter of fact, no matter how crappy your life seems, find something to be grateful of, even if it's for the gift of talking. You guys, I just had thyroid surgery and my voice is still trying to come back. But I went through a period of time where I couldn't talk. Like I was hoarse and struggling. Then I sounded like a squeaky chicken. It was crazy. It was terrible. And I value, like, oh my God, there's people that can't even talk. There's people that got their vocal cords cut when they were having the same surgery that I had. Thank you, God, so much for protecting my vocal cords. So even if you're thankful that you have your hands, or that you can think, that you can walk, that you can dance, that you can live, that you have a roof over your head, that you have clothes in your back, that you have a heart in your chest, that you can live this life. Do you know they say, first of all, you're a human being you're a spiritual being having a human experience. The chances of you actually getting selected to experience being a human being is 1 out of a trillion, because the same cells in your body are the same cells in a star, that are the same cells in the dirt, that are the same cells that are in a plant, and the same cells that are in everything else. So you could have been something else, but you had the gift of being alive. So even if you're just giving gratitude and thankfulness for being alive as a human, the human who has the power to manifest as gods, whatever you want, like God promised us, you have that power. So when your soulmate, when somebody great walks into your life, don't worry about, oh God, is it real? Is it going to work? Is it going to hurt me? Is it going to disappoint me? Is he just a dog? Is he just trying to take advantage of me? Be thankful. Be thankful and trust. And if he doesn't work out, then you pray the prayer, God, have your will. Have your will. If it is not for me, let it not be. And then let me be okay with it. And God will work it out where he will be able to effortlessly go on about his business, and you will have total peace. And you will look at that and say, interesting. What did I learn from this experience? Oh, okay. I learned that I didn't like people who weren't okay with brushing their teeth. Noted. Moving on. Let me find somebody who brushes their teeth and who are also everything else that I'm asking for in the person that I want to attract. Ladies, that is the secret. That is how you use the law of attraction to attract your soulmate. And with all of this, never, ever undo the work that you're doing. So you've started the process. You've launched your rocket of desires. You put it out there. You've identified what you want your soulmate to look like, who you want him to be, what you want to attract. You put it clearly out into the universe. But then you're going through this process. You're dating, you're going out, and the guys are jerks, and the dates are crappy. And then you're like, oh, am I ever going to meet the one? This is so frustrating. Like, I'm never going to get married. All my friends are getting married. Here I am going to another wedding by myself. I'm just so sick and tired of it. You know what you're doing? Now you're putting out into the universe a prayer that's working against you. All this you're speaking into existence, you visualizing, all that is the prayers that's bringing them into your life. But then at the moment you get frustrated, the moment you say there's no good guys in the world or I'll never find love, that's when you speak the prayer to push them away. So now you have a train that you created that's pulling you towards your husband, but then you put a caboose on the back to pull him away. And then you're back and forth, back and forth. You've got to be able to get to the point that even when you don't see signs of land, you trust that the island is there. You trust that it's there. You got to trust my word that he's coming to you, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're trusting that he's coming. It's all a matter of when. Now, you can contact me and I will be glad to help you. I have programs that I have created to help you through this process. Secure the Bag. That's the best program. That's the program where I'm sitting there with you in video, walking you through the process. It also comes with the book. It also comes with the entire meditation series. It comes with the perfect partner list. It comes with everything that you need to help you during that process. Why would you take a chance on the most important part of your life when it comes to love? So lucky for you, you don't have to do it alone. You guys know my heart. You know what my intentions are. I want to help you. You don't have to do it by yourself. So you can go on shaybetter.com. There's multiple programs out there that's going to help you, or you can simply contact us and then I will coach you. But whatever you do, leave your doubt in the garbage. So with all of that said, divas, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. All right. Remember what I said and go for it and experience love. Bye, divas and boos. You're welcome, Brian. So for the situation like being at a wedding without a date, it's just a matter of changing your perspective of the situation, right? Right. It is. It is a matter of changing your perspective, Holly. If you can change your perspective and you pretend, like sit towards back and you pretend like your husband is sitting there. And you never say, my husband's coming, my husband's coming, my husband's coming. That's a big mistake. You want to say, I'm so thankful my husband's here. He's here. You see him. You feel him. I love you too, babes. You feel him. You see him. He's here. So you're changing your perspective because every moment that you're in a situation where you're physically by yourself, you're trusting that your soulmate is actually already there. Trick your mind to literally, when you were younger, you can play the game pretend really well, right? You saw your invisible friends. You knew they were there. You can pretend at tea time all your teddy bears were eating. Pretend where your mind believes is there. Because if your mind believes is there, then your mind will create situations for him to actually be there. Anybody else have any questions? You guys are so welcome. I so appreciate you. Somebody asked me a question up here. No, there's not a free ebook, Holly. I actually have a book. You are always welcome to buy it. It is on shaybetter.com, SHAYBETTER. You're welcome to buy it. I also have the physical book, and you can get that as well. Brian, you said you have the notes written down. I just want to make sure I did not miss anybody. I know, Holly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for supporting and for joining. Anyway, you can always send me an email. Brian, make sure you send me that email so that you can get your free book. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next Wednesday Live. Have a blessed evening.